world. Oh, good morning. It's 9 million degrees. Oh, and it's so early. Oh, I had to film outside to get out of the house. Also, cheers to anyone that made it through the chaotic full moon reading. It was not planned. Oh God, the editing, Mercury retrograde I know, people are like, it doesn't exist. Okay, whatever. Say that to my Virgo Gemini. I was born in a Mercury retrograde. It's not that like things don't happen on the regs. It's when a Mercury retrograde happens that it's like the level. It's like to the power of 10. So what's funny is that I had actually edited the full moon reading, which is hilarious. I'd sat in bed at 5 in the morning editing it so that because it was so chaotic, it was quite a bit longer. And I'd edited it, and the editing, we're missing some spots. It's chaotic. So cheers to you guys for sticking that one out. It was a beautiful night. Yeah, I did have a fit of the giggles. Oh my God, my legs. Oh, and I never even got to the story that I was trying to tell about being the person who doesn't get to see things. Like with the falling star, where I was saying that, like, I'm sure that if I looked away, that's when the falling star would happen. And I was about to say, I was like, it's story time. And then I never got to it because I was laughing so hard. So I worked in an oil rig camp in Alberta many years ago. I was working in a kitchen. So in a lot of these camps, they'll pick a city. Some are outside of Fort Mac, some are outside of Edmonton, but it's like the middle of nowhere. You have to drive in, super isolated, nothing around. And so you get a lot of nature. So there was one night off of the back of the kitchen, we're having a smoke, dead of winter, and I had gone back inside to get probably, I don't know, a scarf, a lighter or something. And as soon as I left, everyone saw the wolf. The wolf had walked right past everybody, a real big boy. I saw the footprints. Then you would get a ride because you did rotations. So I did the 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So you get driven out to go back into the city. So we're on the highway, big van full of us, everyone's talking. And I look out the window this way, and the biggest wolf again passed by. Everyone's screaming, oh my God, totally missed it. So that's why I was really having a nervous fit there about everything. And yes, my legs were cramping before I started the video. Yes, my magnesium and potassium super low right now. And so when that walk is 7.4 kilometers. So I'd already done probably 5 kilometers that day. So it was like over 20 kilometers. Even though I've been drinking all my things, keeping up with the electrolytes, keeping up with all the things, cramping. Anyway, cheers. Ooh, let's call in the grandmamas. I've got a song in my heart. I don't know why. There's like nothing crazy has happened. I'm living on a wing and a prayer every single day. I just can't keep a good man down. You know what? We need the owls. Oh, this park, like I'm sitting. There's so many gorgeous trees right now. Oh my God, imagine there was an owl. This is what I mean. I feel like there's something, going back to that reading where I was like, they're all around you, you just can't see them. I feel like that's also the way with owls. They're watching you for a long time before you ever see them. Okay, where's Waldo? Where's your true love? Is it going to be a smoochy reading? Probably, because that's the only thing that really anyone cares about, am I right? We're long past, nobody cares about money anymore because everyone's broke. Everyone wants to know, am I ever going to have a smooch again? Let's find out. Oh, I wish I could show you all the trees right now. We do have a fellow down yonder. He is rocking out. He's got his earphones on. I was just rocking out. I was like laying underneath my favorite tree. He's a big boy. Oh, probably 500 years old, minimum. Oh, some of the oldest trees in the city are in this park. Well, they're everywhere, but this park has a lot. I'm ready to take off. Ever since I found that hawk feather, I'm soaring. Okay. Shut up. That was a hawk. And I didn't see it until he lifted up his wings and took off. He was sitting there the whole time. Just like I said, and this is the park that I found my hawk feather yesterday. Oh shit, cinnamon. Okay, here we go. Let's call them those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, All Ascended Masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working with. Now guys, I've heard a few people ask, I'm not saying Debbie. There's no Debbie devil. The way I play on words, I'm not throwing shade to Debs. I love Debs. I've known many a great Debbie or Deborah or Deborah, if you will. It's Devi, as in devil. Okay, here we go. Grandmama. Yeah, I wouldn't play with you like that, Deb. Okay. Oh, I'm sweating balls. Yeah, like, do you see this shirt? It's like a cheesecloth. I'm still dripping. The chariot. Ooh, here we go. Oh, here we gotta adjust. Here we gotta adjust a little bit. Okay. You know what's so funny is that they look like they're going really fast, but look at how fast the cats are going. They're not going very fast. They're like at a minimum, I don't know, like it's casual, but they're going pretty fast. So I think someone in their mind is rushing towards someone or something. But in actuality, the physical hasn't quite caught up yet. There's a bit of a slow gait here. Okay. But someone in their mind is like determined. They're acting as though they're like, I'm on my way. Okay. There's some real cutie squirrels around right now. This poor guy, his tail is not floofy. He might have the mange. We don't know. He's still gorgeous. 9 of Cups. Oh, look at this. And you've lined them up beautifully. Yeah, like you're in your tree right now. You got all of your best cup wear out on display. Every time someone comes by your tree, you put on your fancy hat. You're like, would you like to look at my cup selection? They're my 9 best. Yeah, you're proud. Now, his little chapeau is making me think of this. Like a flag of success, a hat of success. Do you have a hat of success? Or like a good luck hat? Let's find out. Hey, well, Grandmama, so we got the chariot and the 9 of Cups. Yes. Oh, 3. I beg your pardon. No. Just 1. It's weird. It's really peaceful in here, but I feel like there's a lot of action about to take off. We'll find out. Okay. Someone has the whole world in their hand. Oh, is this what's coming in? Is like 9 of Cups is coming in. Oh, and it's like... The 9 of Cups feels like it's going fast. Oh, is this like your spirit team? Because they don't have a sense of time. Because they're like, you fools. On Earth, you have time. Ew, what's that? Yuck. Ooh, did I accidentally squish a bug? Oh, sorry. I hate squishing things accidentally, but also the texture. Oh, squishing things. That's why I can't, even if I did like killing things, just texture alone, I can't. The texture of squishing things, I find repugnant and abhorrent. Like, no. Okay. Okay, so I feel as though something... Now, when we say life-changing, like, God, like, it would not take much of something good to happen for it to be life-changing for me. Like, this is the thing. People, like, we're so, again, in this consumer society of, like, aim for billions and trillions now that we have, like, trillionaires on the scene. Fuck that. Like, it doesn't take much for anything to be life-changing, I think, for most people. Especially because I think a lot of us have been in this really dump ass kind of cycle of just like lose, 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 not a lot of win, win, win. Fuck, I feel like this is gonna be you soon. I feel like there's like 9 really beautiful things. And it could just be like, again, like, I don't know. I feel like in tarot YouTube world, not that it's theatrical, but I think there is a sense of like what a soulmate, or like, I don't know, or like with money coming in. Like, I'm not here to be a Debbie Downer, but like for most people, like millions of dollars and like, you know, famous people, like these are not going to be your soulmates. Most people are not going to have $1 million. But does that not mean that you can't have affluence or more than enough? No, like of course you can. But like, I think, again, we're kind of spoon-fed our dreams and told like what to want to consume and aim for. Because if I say 9 of Cups, 9 beautiful things, you might be like, whoa, but it's just like, you could have like 4 incredible new people enter your life that just shape and mold your world into something even more beautiful in the way that they contribute and expand your world and your sense of self. You could have, like for me, I am an entrepreneur, so it could be like new clients, but again, in the way, I don't know. What I've come to know though is that we can really limit our understanding of things because we'll get locked into an idea of what something is supposed to look like, and then we get really hell-bent on that, and then if it doesn't show up that way, we discard it or we're disappointed. Okay, so what's going underneath the Chariot? It's been a long time coming. Like most of us in life, we've been working hard, whether that's through school, work. Like most of us at a certain point, we have put in the hours into something, whether it's relationships, careers, whatever that is. But time has been invested, especially into dreams. Okay, that was just so. I thought this was a bug. It's not. It's just a leaf. Oh. When I was a baker, I could barely handle. I get really weird about textures on my hand. This is what's so funny about sometimes when I do these like online, like, do you have autism? They ask the dumbest questions. How about asking me, do I like certain things, like sticky things on my fingers or like squishing? Ask me about textures. Ask me about the different types of eye contact that I like and don't like. Oh, yeah, this is what I mean, limited. Yeah, I'm really getting... Your world is too small, or it has been. You gotta... But even in the ways that you're approaching of what dreaming or thinking bigger would look like, it's still really limited because, again, you're placing it into a niche or a compartment. Like there's something where you're like, okay, it would look like this. And this is why letting go of expectations and having faith and trust in your spirit team. So I guess I would ask you that, like, do you actually trust your spirit team? Do you work with your spirit team? Do you trust your higher self? Do you trust yourself to know what your happiness would look like? Some things to consider. Don't shoot the messenger. You go after your spirit team if you don't like this message. Okay. Okay. Trust me, my spirit team does this to me all the time. And I'm like, touche. Sometimes I give them the finger, not gonna lie. Ooh, we have fought. Okay. 9 of Cups. No, I don't want to right now. What's the 9 of Cups? Yeah, what's got you in your little red cap? Hey, yeah, it's put a feather in your cap. Ooh, I wanted to do that with my hawk feather, but I didn't have a spot for it. I gotta build a little spot. Yeah, a little feather in your cap. Oh, well, you're gonna be able to have a rest. Oh yeah, and you're happy about it. Yeah, like after showing off your cups all day, you get to like relax in your AC. Yeah, see how it's cooler? Okay, so the world. Justice. I love this justice because we have a couple little friends in the scales of justice here. And to be honest, they're not looking stressed. In fact, it looks as though they just like kind of hopped in. And then you know how like animals or even kids, like they'll find something and they just kind of scoot in and they're like, you know what? I love this spot. This looks great. They don't know they're in the scales of justice. They're just like, you know what? Me and my pals were fucking around and we hopped in. So there's something here about, again, I think for a lot of you, there's something here about a sense of fairness. Could even be justice. And trust me, if you've been around long enough, nothing gets me worked up. Like hopping mad, hopping furious, like injustice. But there is a point with anything that's kind of eating you up. You realize that like it's not about letting it go, it's about approaching it differently. And so instead of focusing on the injustice, it's like you just call up your pals and you're like, let's fucking go play in the woods right now. And in doing this completely different thing, and without even really being aware, you reset the scales. Yeah, so there's something here about this limited focus, and it's about going like this, like the cone of power. You want to be out, and there's a few of you that you have these blinders on. It has to look a certain way, and your spirit team is really trying to encourage you to like just turn off the dial. Just be like, I'm not gonna think about this. I know. I know. It's like telling someone to having a panic attack to just not panic. I get that. It's cunty. It's rude. You're like, can you just shut the fuck up? I get that. I always speak to my own experience. There are days that I wake up and the first thing I think about is the injustice in my life. And then I start to play out the narrative, the story, which is real. I have the receipts. But for me in my life, I have to ask myself, like, it's gonna kill me. So where do I wanna put my focus? And for me, it's like, well, for one, I had to hold up my spiritual receipts. So in my hiatus, I had to really wrestle the alligator of God, you know, like I had to, and I worked it out. And so for me to get justice, it's about refocusing. And like his head, it's a different perspective. It's kind of like the Hanged Man. It's about really being willing to, again, quit narrowing and think, what are the possibilities? How could this play out in the highest and greatest version? For the best of all. There must be stuff around justice here for you because I've been really talking about it. Okay. I can't stop looking at this one tree. It's lost all of its bark, but it is gorgeous. You're a little beauty. You're a little beauty. All of you. Kiss the chef. No notes. Okay. So the Chariot to the Seven of See, the Two of Wands, and he's past facing. There's something here about having worked hard on something or believed in something, past dreams, past goals, past hurts, past people. There's something here where it's like, yes, you could have put a lot of time, even healing. There's something here. But what is right now is the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, the World, the Four of Swords, and Justice. So there is something here about it's not about letting go, as it is about just think of it as like hanging it up in your closet or putting it on your table. Like, it's not going anywhere. You're not getting rid of it. It's just not in your face. Yeah, there's something here about your focus. Because even look at the Chariot. See, there's something here. The gaze is not where the cats are going. And so where they're looking, which is kind of more my past, and that's where you see this energy. So you're headed somewhere completely different, but at a really nice, I'm hearing beats per minute. So maybe you like to listen to music while I drive, but there's like something here where it's like, it isn't too slow, but it isn't galloping, but yet you're ruminating on something, and it's that rumination that's picking up speed. But in actuality though, like, you're going in a completely different direction, and it's actually level, it's even Steven. Okay, so the Nine of Cups to the Four of Swords. Strength. You know I love these two together. Yeah, it's big boy mitts. Fucking handsome. Oof. Okay, the World to Justice. Knight of Swords. Okay, so Grandmama, here, I actually want to use the Cosmic Seed. Oh my god, yesterday I was cloud watching, and literally, where is the Cosmic Seed? I was laying in, like, this card. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not. Yes. This literally floated past me, just like this. And I literally thought to myself, I was like, that is the Cosmic Seed. Yeah, there's something here about slowing down. Like, literally, when was the last time? Literally. I'm not being hyperbolic here, and I'm not being, this isn't, I want to know, when was the last time you went and laid on your back, put your toes in the grass, and all you did was watch clouds? I'm not talking about laying on the grass with your phone in your screen, on your phone, on your apps. I'm talking no distractions, cloud watching. Have you even ever done it? That is your assignment today. Go watch the clouds. Go learn to see how kids see. Ah, this is about, okay. See, this is why kids, they got it figured out. They know how to live in the moment, but they know how to see endless possibility. They know how to see excitement, wonder, magic. But also, like, what is? It's this, like, really beautiful, kind of like what feels like this, of like endless possibility and imagination and creativity, but also living in the moment, being completely embodied to like what is happening. Okay. So Grandmama, let's talk about the Chariot. This little cutie. Come say hi. Oh man, if this squirrel comes over and says hi, he's coming. Hi, baby. I don't have any nuts. I know, this is mean. Seven of Wands. You want to come say hi to the Seven of Wands? Yeah, there's something here about like you're blocking off the good things that your spirit team is like literally, I feel like this is your spirit team. They're taking where your soul wants to go, and you're still, and this is that bitchy bird face, like it's determined to be somewhere else. And your spirit team is like, it's not what's occurring. And also, like, we know what your heart and soul wants, so that is why we're taking you to it. And yet, you are the one impeding. Now, see, going back to the hand motion, though, like, you're defensive, but not really. Like, you're holding your bamboo in this way that's, like, not geared for actually, but, like, so it's kind of like this faux, it's giving kind of the Four of Cups, to be honest, where it's, like, not a true, like, hitting stick style, where you're like, you fuck with me one more time, I'm gonna, like, knock the teeth out of your face. This is, like, I don't know, I just can't take her seriously, but it's still enough energy, though, where it's just like, girl, you want this thing, so why are you doing this? Exactly. Oh my god, the world to the nine of Penties. See, now we have a grandmama. We see the world out. So there's something here about, and we have this in the other read, you have to zoom out. But going back to this, though, it's not enough, though, to just always stay zoomed out, because you do want to have a closer perspective. You want to be able to, like, look in, but then pull out. Go back in to look, because there's beauty in details, right? Like looking at the feathers, looking at something that you love up close. Expanding, contracting. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of distractions, and then because it's now 9 million degrees, I got really bitchy about it, and I put all the cards away to not finish this reading. So there's something here about, though, going back to how you see things. I feel like you kind of have this, a bit of an attitude of, like, it's either my way or the highway. But you're having this attitude while literally people, places, and things are taking you to what you want, but you don't like how it's playing out. And so you kind of have the fuck it's. Just like I did, where I was like, fuck it, I'm hot, I'm bitchy. Like, I feel like something kind of insignificant, you know, like it occurs, but it's enough for you to, like, throw out everything, to be like, no, fuck it. But with the Nine of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups, that's so much of your own wish fulfillment that, again, you've put the work into. So there's something here about you've really worked hard at something to now only decide that, yeah, there's, I was gonna say a modicum, but, like, really it's like a lot of it. Your need to control the narrative, how something plays out. You know, what I've learned about creating in general is that you have to take out how something happens. That's where the miracles occur. Because what is limited is this little beauty. I call my brain Sheila. When Sheila gets going, I like to remind her, I'll be like, Sheila, babe, I'm like, you're wonderful, you're tip top, you do great work, but you have some outdated files, and also, like, you gotta remember, you work for me, not the other way around. Okay, so what is your Nine of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles? Because, like, there's, like, good shit on the thing here, but, well, it's, like, literally a new beginning. And we see the world twice here. Like, I feel like you could have it all. It's all right here. The world, the universe, divinity has been long conspiring to give you what you want. And you're being funny about it. lot of times we'll ask for something thinking that we actually really think that we're equipped to handle it when it comes. And you'll find with a lot of people, they'll call it anything else and be like, oh no, I just changed my mind, or blah, blah, blah. No, it's because you have a fear. You have a fear actually of the responsibility that comes with living your life on your terms. Because when you live your life on your terms and authentically, it means that you are responsible. You're responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your sorrows too, and in terms of how we heal those things. So more often than not, I see people that are literally either getting, receiving, and right when it comes in, so the relationship, like all the things, the people, places, and things, it starts to come in and they sabotage every single time. Every single time. And if you were to ask them, did you sabotage this? They'd be like, no. They'd come up with a million other reasons to be like why this thing wasn't the thing that they actually wanted. So there's something here about, do you prefer, oh, it's weird. So, because what I was going to say is, do you prefer to stay in the dream world? So, keeping it only, never bringing it down. It's safer. Because here's the thing. When we dream and we think of possibility, but if we keep it stuck, like if we put it in a jar, like a firefly in a jar, it lives in this liminal space where it can't not be because it's a dream. So you get to fantasize, but in order to bring it down into the world, there's the possibility of rejection, of it not happening with the person that you wanted it to happen with. So it's safer. It's safer to keep it into the realm of fantasy. Yeah, it's not dream, it's fantasy. So here, there's this distinction, because when I was doing this, talking about this and how you're like this, and you need to be more like this, but what I'm seeing is that instead of focusing on beautiful details in order to appreciate, you're using it to scan, where you're only looking for one specific thing. It's not even about appreciating, looking around to seeing all the things. You're just like, I want this one thing. Scan, scan, scan. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? No, that's all I'm looking for. And so Spirit is like, expand, be present, take it all in. But when you expand out, it's just to go out and up into fantasy. And fantasy in this moment is different than dreaming, because you use your imagination to get excited, to dream of the possibilities, and then you build up the energy of excitement, and then you go, okay, so how do I bring that down? Okay, and this is why this Four of Swords, that's why he's so comfortable. This is your comfortable state. Yeah, you're not gonna like this message, I know. So see, you're headed in a direction that is in your highest and greatest good. And instead of focusing on that, you're like living in the past. You're either living in the future or you're living in the past. It's not in the present. Because even this is very fantastical. So to me, this is also talking about you do have new beginnings that are beyond your wildest dreams, not fantasies. But this is like, yeah, this to me is giving that fantasy that I was talking about. It's not grounded in reality. And not to say that anything isn't possible, but again, the energy, Spirit is again showing me the two sides, dreams versus fantasy. Zooming in to appreciate details versus zooming in to just lock in on one concept that isn't there for you. Okay, so let's talk about your Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I did grab this deck, so we'll use this deck to clarify. So what's your Seven of Pentacles about? Oh, so it's a past person. So you're hung up on a past person, or a past concept of what your true love or a relationship would look like. Okay, so let's go to this Four of Swords, your comfort zone. Page of Swords. Yeah, so unfortunately, but also fortunately, because you're getting the message. So if you stick around long enough to hear it and to sit with the feeling, to be like, because like a lot of people on readings, you also have to remember, guys, when you watch readings back to back to back, YouTube is nothing but one long algorithm. So if you're just watching love readings that have a specific message, when I upload videos, YouTube scrubs what it is that I'm saying. It has all the information. And then it handpicks you to come to my channel. That's why I end up on your feed, because it knows what you're watching. It knows what you're looking for. So Page of Swords is just about watching. It's about also learning, but this to me is, again, because it's going with the Four of Swords. It's about, to me, it's about living in a fantasy. And see, he is past facing. So it's either like you're watching someone from the past, you're looking into someone from the past, you're ruminating on something from the past. You're not in the present. And there is kind of this refusal of accepting, like, what is, but also, like, there's not enough internal curiosity of at least asking yourself, why am I attracted to this particular fantasy or this person? Like, what is it about them that, oh, you know what? I also am hearing limerence. Yeah, this is not going to be a popular message. I didn't think this is where we're going. So if you're not familiar with limerence, basically, it is a trauma response, and really it's picking mostly a person that you do not have a normal connection to, so like you probably haven't spoken to them, and you really believe that they are the one. So, and there's nothing wrong with being attracted to people. There's nothing even wrong being like, oh, wow, that person really moved me. Like, oh, man, imagine if, like, I got to go on a date with them. But this is what I mean. There's the middle path, and then everything always has its devolved and evolved states. So there's, like, obsession, and then on the other side is excitation. So you have to learn your own emotional barometer. But yeah, so obsession versus, and it's funny because a family just almost got into this fight with this other French man. Yeah, there's something here about communication. I believe that's the hawk. You're fighting yourself. You don't think you're fighting yourself. You're blocking yourself. You don't realize that you're blocking yourself. Your spirit team, your higher self, is trying to help you and guide you and co-create with you, and you're fighting it. Inner curiosity is going to show you when you learn your emotional barometer. Because here's the thing. A therapist online once said, you cannot be obsessed with someone who's available. And I was like, mic drop. So, like, is it normative to get excited and nervous? And yes, you do tend to think about new people, places, or things. But again, it's a fine line, excitation to obsession. If you have excitation because you've met someone in real life and there's real interactions, great. But even healthy relationships or like beginnings of new things, again, it can kind of start to veer off towards obsessive. So like, I have that within me, but I'm always checking my emotional barometer. So if I see that I'm kind of getting into that state of like, oh, like fixating, just like the hawk. Oh my God, it's like every time I say bird, Yes, it's the fixating. Instead of zooming in to appreciate, you're fixating. There's an obsessive quality here versus excitation. Okay. And so this is what needs to get into balance. And for you, in order to get into balance, you're going to have to shift your perspective. You're going to have to start to look into, but look at things differently. Excuse me. Okay, so what is justice for you? Again, creating. You have everything at your disposal. Disposable. Oh, you're treating. This is what your spirit team wants to know. Every time you ask for something, you are technically receiving it. You're not receiving it how you want to, and because you're not receiving it how you want to, you're disposing of it. But what you do have is everything is at your disposal to create what it is that you want. Okay, so you're Two of Wands. Ramama. What did I say about that different perspective? You got to get out of the past. You got to get out of the past. It's okay to dream a little bit into the future, but he is right here, right now. Now we are seeing strength. It takes courage and strength to have to self-audit. The ego is always going to go way too lenient. And again, humans have this propensity, either we're too soft on ourselves or we're just lashing ourselves just to bits and pieces, completely unnecessary. You don't need to go to either extreme. It's just an honest evaluation. I have to do this to myself all the time. Sometimes I hit it out of the park and sometimes I'm lazy. But like, my new thing is really trying to catch myself in every moment that I'm judgmental. What gives me the right to pass judgment on someone, whether I know them or not? To watch my mind. What are the words being used in every single interaction? So I caught myself yesterday. Again, I was overstimulated. I was hot. I had ordered something to eat. It was taking too long. It was a hot mess. It was a total fucking gong show. I felt as though I had already been very patient, which was true. But I've worked in customer service. I really do work hard to not be rude, but people can sense impatience. And so after I received my food, I sat and I thought about it, where my thoughts went. And I was like, my guy, we have worked customer service our whole lives. We have been on the other side. These people are fighting for their lives every single day, for their whole shift. You know, just because you're nice doesn't mean that the 8,000 people before have been nice. So really catching myself, being like, dude, and then psychically I did a spiritual tete-a-tete where I, just was like, I'm sorry I wasn't as patient. Because also being impatient isn't going to change anything, you know? Yeah, sweetness. You can be honest with yourself without berating yourself. You can find things that you're doing that maybe don't make you feel the best. But again, you can just accept it and be like, okay, I can do better. And that's what, so instead of, again, beating myself up, I just was like, oh, dude, like, come on. And then on times where I have really, by my own standards, again, it's not beratement, but it's just like, it's remorse to be like, oh, I'm better than that. That's not who I want to be. But also like to hold myself to a standard, Like I'm a judge, Judy. You put me in a crowd of people that are slow walking and mindless, people with their phones in their faces, like bumping into things because they can't take their face out of their phone. See, like the Judge Judy. Oh, fuck, she's nasty. I do. I get so spice level over slow walking people, just fucking mindlessly, just like, whoa. I hate mindlessness. But like, that's ego. Because when I'm in that space, my thinking is going, these people are in my way. They're wasting my time. Like, what? I beg your fucking pardon, ma'am, sir. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's where I have to look at myself and be like, this is everybody's space. Everyone has got time. No one, you know, so like, you see what I mean about like, just checking in to be like, what gives you the right? You know, and really just like holding yourself. Okay, so what's your Knight of Swords? Uh-oh. Yeah, endings coming in quickly. Ooh, I wonder if this is the hawk that I got the feather from. Oh, I wonder if he's like, sir, you took my feather. I did. Well, again, these are past facing. Oh, is there someone from the past swinging back around? Oh, is this going to be an opportunity for your spirit team's going to be like, have we learned? You say you want this incredible thing, but yet you're ruminating on a ding-dong from the past. Let's find out. Okay, so what is the Knight of Swords to death to the Eight of Wands? I think it's someone from the past. Oh, the lovers. Oh, look who's in the toes. Dirt kicking snake. We are in the time of Mercury retrograde. That's when people from the past swing back around. Yeah, all the dirt kicking snakes. They do. Yeah, it's like someone gets out that little trumpet for the snake, like the little snake whisperers. Yeah, and then all the snakes, all the dirt kicking snakes from the past, they just start coming out of their little dens. They're like, oh, is it a Mercury retrograde? Oh, you know who we need to fuck with? So-and-so from the past. Oh, fuck, yeah, let's revisit that. Okay. Okay. Well, who do we see here? Devi Devil. Okay. Holy. And that park, little ATV is just cruising. Yeah, it's like the Chariot. Yeah, instead of someone showing up in a Chariot, though, they're showing up in an ATV. Yeah, it's not a real Chariot. Yeah. Nine of Wands, you're defensive. Or you were in the past. This is someone that, like, you have tried to put these birch trees. You have 9. They're coming in with 8. But to be honest, like, this doesn't look very strong. Like, I know you're tired, but, like, okay. All right, so what does this person want? What do they have to say? Oh, the 10 of Cups. Oh, that's cute. See, and they're past facing. And again, this to me, it feels like the distorted memory of like, we were happy once. Were you? Were you? Why aren't you with them then if it was so great? Yeah, I can already tell that who this message is really for are the ones that click off and then send me all their vitriol. Not my problem. Yeah, do you want to know the truth or do you want to live in Delulu land? That's really what it comes down to. Doesn't matter what you pick, either way, it's no skin off my back. Oh my god, 8 of Wands again. Oh, she'll be coming around the mountain. Ooh, that's a lot of communication. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, what do they got to say? Yeah, technically they have a lot to say, but then when I ask what they have to say, it's just like, I want to communicate. Well, what do you got to say? Yeah, to be honest, someone's pissed me off. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you are a burden. This past person was a burden. Ooh, you know what I just saw, though? I saw these as baguettes. Oh, does someone love baguettes? Who doesn't? Oh, man. fresh baguette, some good cheese. Holy fuck, I just saw the funniest reel on someone who's doing kind of like a who am I? People who are lactose intolerant and then basically eating the shit out of like all of the dairy. And that's me. Every single one that they did a riff on, that was me. Chugging milk out of the fucking container like a fucking beast savage. All breathy, out of breath, just chugging. Me. Fucking lactose intolerant. Oh. Okay. Oh. This is like you in this relationship. It's like you're lactose intolerant and you just literally pick all the things that are literally the worst for you and you indulge just like me. Okay, I can't throw shade at that. Oh yeah, I will drink heavy cream. I will put heavy cream in my cereal. I love whole milk. Oh fuck yeah, give me that 3%. Okay, I wasn't focused. But you know what did fall out? This is fitting. Yeah, 9 of Swords. See, you choose the things that are not in your highest and greatest good because you're like, you have two weird fuckets. You have the fuckets where like the stuff that you shouldn't say fuck it and throw it out. Yeah, disposable. That's the stuff that you want to keep. But then the stuff that is not in your highest and greatest good, you're like, you go after it and then you're paying the consequences, like lactose intolerant. Oh my god, it's like she's holding her tummy. Yeah. You go for it, you're like, fuck it. You just dive in, you dive all the way in. Just chugging cream right out of the jug. Yeah, and then you're holding your tummy. Okay. Okay, well, Spirit Team, what is the outcome for collective? Death again to the 4 of Swords. Wow. So they're really hammering the same messages of like, I think you need to knock it off for a little bit. And when I say knock it off, I'm saying this lovingly, in the sense of like, get still and quiet. Again, the distractions. Get off of YouTube. Get off of your phone. Get out into the world. Go watch clouds. I'm telling you, in the height of some severe mental health and like really living on a wing and a prayer, I always know what to do next when I go lay my back on the earth and I look at the clouds and I don't think about anything. I just watch and appreciate. When you're in that space, that's when, because your mind is open, it's not cluttered with your mind just going on and on and on, it's open to receiving. And when you're open to receiving, you will actually hear and know what the solutions are or what really magical and wondrous things could look like. Because it's about an energy. But you can't even differentiate energies, again, when you're like fixated and obsessed or living in a fantasy. Limerence. But there's a lot of stuff here around safety. There's a fear of, well, what if I go after it and I don't get it? Well, I hate to say it to you, but that thing just isn't for you. Okay, so here's a story. I've been single as a primal for a long time, really struggling with CPTSD and healing and just trying to rebuild my life. And then a person crossed my path a couple years ago, and I had not thought about anyone romantically, but they caught my attention. And in my mind, I did all of these things. So again, I'm never gonna call you out on something that I have not done, okay? But I really got fixated that like they had what I wanted. And this is why I always encourage you to like get to know people, watch them without interacting, just like watch them, observe them as they are, because people will show you who they are without even realizing it. And so like no shade to them, but like 2 years later with hindsight, again, zooming out, and not in a limerent state, an obsessive state, and a I know everything state, they're not for me at all. In fact, like, I'm sure they're lovely, but like, they are not for me. So we all do it. But when we think about, like, what is it that it's the feeling? What do we want to feel when we're with people, places, and things? You know? Like, if you've only known chaotic people, but you want to attract non-chaotic people, my mom is a perfect example of this. My mom only chooses sociopaths, like the worst of the worst. This is not hyperbole. And there is one partner, one out of hundreds, who is not a bad man. She couldn't handle it. She was bored to fucking tears. Like, if she is not with a sociopath, she doesn't want it. But yet she'll cry and bemoan, where's my soulmate? Where are the good men? Ma'am, sir, you do not want a good man. You had a good man. He treated you like the best. And she fell in love with his brother. Anyway, that's a whole other story. Like, just like this moment, if you can be with yourself without judgment, oh, like right now, this feather is drive-by feather. Yeah, like, we really miss out on the beauty of the world when we're fixated. There's miraculous miracles happening all around us every moment of the day. There are people, places, and things that are trying to wink at us. Just how, like I say, go out into the world, romance it, wink at the world, it'll wink right back. You can't just, I don't know, not interact with the world, but expect all of these things to come to you. But then when beautiful things come, and then you reject it, but then you get mad because you think you've placed the blame, but it's like, no, you're doing it. So I'm not saying this to be a dick, I want you to have all the things, but this is what's coming through. It's like, you have it all on the table to have, but there's something about your sight, how you perceive things, what you're saying you want to have an experience versus what you truly are doing with it once it comes. And look at the themes of your relationships. Oh, I definitely have a type. That's why I've been single as a Pringle. I knew after my last relationship, I was like, oh man, not only do we have a lot of shit to deal with, but like, we have to go back to the drawing board because it takes two to tango. I didn't end up in that relationship accidentally, and then I had to review everything. And I have paid for my life with that relationship. I do not take that lightly. So there could be something here about hopping from one relationship to the next. But ask yourself, like, I always do a review after every relationship, where I write out what I loved about the relationship, the qualities. Like, what did I love? What didn't I love? What did I love in terms of the qualities of that partner that I would love to see in the next partner? What didn't I love? You got to get specific, but you can't know until you investigate. And like any good investigator will tell you, you have to be really neutral and open-minded. As soon as you get a fixed idea about what something is, you're missing it. And there's really something here about, like, be gentle yet firm. You don't need to do pendulous swings of like living in Delulu land and then ripping yourself to pieces. It's just about like, treat it like a fart in the breeze. You're just asking questions. And in the ways that you can do better or be better, you just go, yeah, I do want to do better and be better. And you go, okay. And if you can't make a living amends immediately, I always do the spiritual tete-a-tete. Go to that person spiritually in your mind's eye. Speak to them from your heart to be like, I'm really sorry. You know? So again, even if it's just a stranger interaction where you got a little cunty, maybe you flipped someone the bird, maybe you were impatient and you took it out on someone. You're never going to see them again because they were a stranger. Put out a spiritual tete-a-tete to be like, I'm really sorry, I was cunty. My bad. You're just trying to get through your day. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Stay blessed, stay golden.